Hey, everybody. Hey, Kale. What's up, Tony? How's everybody doing tonight? It's weird not having a race on Sunday, isn't it? Work productivity is about to go down. Oh, shoot. That's funny. Getting to where you can walk. Oh, that's good, Tony. You're well on your way. Pretty soon you'll be doing somersaults and backflips and thinking you're Simone Biles. All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? So, here is our owner list for tonight. As of when I went live, I'm still missing payments from James Ward, JJ, and Zach Brenner. The only thing I'll ask is there's a certain few people that I don't know if they're waiting to the end to send payments or if they're waiting for me to message, but I just want to say it out loud for everybody. I don't message everybody their totals. It's very rare that I have to do that. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is don't make me come looking for it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it in a very positive, nice way, I guess. But all right, here is our duck race lineup 1 through 15. And the duck race drivers are Eric Almirola, Cole Custer, Jamie McMurray, Josh Williams, Justin Haley, and Todd Gilliland. Ryan Newman was also on the list at the end. I opted to keep him for a house spot, so I'll have Ryan Newman tonight. I haven't kept a driver in a while, and since he made it all the way to filler, I figured that was the perfect way to do it. So, 15 spots, 54 seconds tonight. Shuffle it one time. And good luck, everybody. Winner takes all. Two's out to the lead. Boy, they're all just sort of side drafting each other at this point. 1 and maybe, is that 10? 1 and 10 out there. And it's going to be, oh, look at Pink 9. Pink 9 hit the retro rocket afterburner. Number 9. In the last, 2 seconds, Pink 9 just hit it. Going to Will Black with the duck race win. So congrats, Will. Picking up the ducks tonight. Okay, Zach, thanks. It just hadn't been done when we started, so I just... One of those things, you know. One of those things. All right. One other little bit of business. Here is the SVG custom from last week's race. SVG belongs to Micah. So Micah will get the SVG Watkins Glen winner card. I thought that was a really cool picture of him actually punting the rugby ball. So that's what we went with for this week. Again, I've been kind of trying to stick in that very similar, almost luminance type feel for the pictures for those. If I do that again next year, I don't know. I don't know if I will or not. I might have bit off more than I wanted to chew. But if I do it again next year, we'll change up the style so they look different. They'll have a little different feel to them in some way. So, all right, I'm going to pick you guys up real quick and show you all the boxes. So we've got 3 Donruss Hobby, 4 2024 Prism Blasters, 2024 NT, and 2023 Prism Hobby. And I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. Basically doing that in descending order of years. So we're going to start with 25, then 24, and then 23. So you guys know me. I like to mix things up, do it different. So that's the way I'd landed on for tonight. Because I'm aware that there's some people that probably aren't jazzed about watching Donruss for the next 35 minutes or so. You can probably set a timer and come back in 35 minutes, and you'll probably be pretty close to catching the start of Prism. And if you don't want to see Prism and you want to see NT, then probably give it 50 minutes. Or an hour. Or if you don't want to watch it all, just wait for the recap tomorrow. Or after the break tonight. Whatever works best for you. Want to see all your hits, don't watch. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. If you want to get good hits, that's the best way to do it, is don't watch the live. Not that I'm discouraging people from watching, because I enjoy the conversation and the banter back and forth, and it keeps it exciting for me, because it would be rather boring just by myself, for break after break. So, but you're right, that's always been my luck, too. If I didn't watch, that's when I usually do better. So, all right, here we go. Off and running. Red and blue Ty Dillon. Optic Sammy Smith. Season highlights Larson. Got a Mikey Waltrip 110 of 299. He's going to be an unlisted driver. I'm going to go to Micah. Oh, okay. Christian Rose Optic How about a turn of the century Kyle Weatherman 101 Platinum Blue auto? That doesn't suck. What's that? Probably pack 2 right off the bat. Kyle Weatherman goes to Micah in the unlisted spot with the 101 Kyle Weatherman. Yeah. Yow. Congrats, Micah. Very nice. That doesn't suck. Unleashed Corey Heim. Priest red and blue. And red velocity optic Jeff Gordon. Going to Robert Rich. 155 out of 199. Spellbound Gordon O. Oh, 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 it's magic. Red and blue Riley Herbst. McDowell. Filler. Raja Caruth coming attractions. Red and blue Tyler Reddick. And optic hollow Justin Haley. Spellbound letter G. Weatherman. We got 109 of 299 red AJ Allmendinger going to Johnny. Chandler Smith and Carson Hocevar, 83 of 99 season highlights red explosion goes to Steve Teskey. Red and blue Zane Smith. And how about another 101? What is happening? 101 Platinum Blue. Sammy Smith. Pedal to the metal. Holy shit. 2 101s and a half a box of Donruss. Going to Kale. Congrats, Kale. Kale, you're going to get one of these special mags. I've been trying to get them used up, and it's taken forever, and you're going to get one of these. I don't love how these look with the horizontal cards, which is why I've been taking forever to use them, but one of those things where it's time to do it to it. So, like that. We get your Sammy in there like so. And there you go. 101 Sammy Smith, and you get the Rip It Racing Brakes special mag. Sheesh. Half a box in, and we've already got 2 101s tonight. I don't even know what to say. Lane Riggs, Coming Attractions. And 122 of 199, blue DW. That's going to go to Kale as well. Optic Hollow, Kyle Weatherman. And Unleashed, Martin Truex Jr. Whew. I wasn't prepared for that. I'll be honest, I don't know that I've ever pulled 2 101s from a box of Donruss. It's hard enough to get 2 101s from a box of National Treasures. So. Wouldn't it be wild if there was another one? What if? It could happen. Why not? Why not us? Right? Imagine if you're one of those folks that's like, oh, I don't want to watch Donruss. I'll wait till later and watch National Treasures or something. And you've already missed 2 101s. Blue, Jimmy Johnson. 131 out of 199. JJ goes to Micah. Yeah, I've opened a lot of cases of Donruss in my days now, and I don't think I've ever pulled double 101s from a single box. Spellbound R, 194 of 199, Jeff Gordon. That'll go to Robert Rich. R for Robert, or R for Rich. However you want to look at it. Red and blue, Suarez. Optic Hollow, Kyle Larson. Unleashed, William Byron. Optic Hollow, Parker Retzlaff. Race Kings, Richard Petty. Red and blue, Brent Cruz. Red and blue, BK. Lawless Allen. Optic. Justin Allgaier, pedal to the metal. The third and final hit. It's the only hit that wasn't a 101 so far in that box. Going to David. Of the 3 expected hits, hold up. I feel like I got a sneeze coming on. Of course, I'm going to walk away from the table and then it's just going to subside. Isn't that the way it always is? It's just like when somebody says bless you right before you're about to sneeze, and then it just ruins the whole thing. Spellbound, Chase Elliott, L. Red and blue, Christian Rose. Zane Smith, Optic. Spellbound, E, Dale Jr. Another nice one. Connor Mozak, 9 out of 45, black border. That'll go to Andrew Ritchie. Nice one, Andrew. That black border set, if you were trying to get a whole set of those, that would be tough. That would be tough. Green Velocity, Kyle Petty goes to Glenn. 95 and 99. Unleashed Allgaier. Sam Mayer, red and blue. John Hunter. And how about an extra hit in the box? Noah Gragson, Optic autograph. Optic Hollow signatures, Noah Gragson. Going to Scott Bastian. Now, that's the first box, I think, that I've seen an extra hit in. And Panini Otis one from that ridiculous filler thing that we got in a box. I still have it sitting over here beside me. Panini Otis one. So I guess we got one back now. Going to Scott. Well done, Scott. I'd put it on the stand, but I already got 2 101s up there. So I hope you understand. Spellbound, letter D for Dale Jr. That was one heck of a box of Donruss. Joey Logano, red and blue. And why not cap it off with a Spellbound 55 of 199, Chase Elliott, letter T. That's going to go to Paul. Yeah, man, that's one heck of a box of Donruss. Sheesh. Move some cards out of the way. All right, number 2. That pack's trying to get out. Escape! Escape! Let me pull it out. All right, empty box. All right, box 2. Let's see what we got. Red and blue, Sheldon Creed. Hollow Optic, Bill Elliott. It's going to be tough to duplicate that first one. Ross Optic. Spellbound, Chase Elliott, I. Luke Fenhouse, red and blue. Anybody watch the ARCA race today? I didn't finish watching it. I got sidetracked. I probably only saw I think I stopped watching when they made their halfway stop at 50 laps, and that's when I kind of stopped watching. Unleashed Reddick. So I don't know who won. I know, I think it was Brent Cruz and Butterbean were both up front. Mozak Hollow. Sheldon Creed coming attractions. Austin Hill, 169 of 299. Going to Tony. Last year at that same race, Cruz won, Jonathan says. Last year at that same race, there was, I think there was 4 girls in the race, and they all finished really well. Like 4 of the top 6 were girls or something like that, if I remember right. Isabella Robusto was the only one that was back this year. 35 of 49, Jeff Gordon, Explosion, letter D. And Isabella had some issues. Going to Robert. Robert's getting the explosive D of Jeff Gordon. Red and blue, Ross Chastain. Optic Stenhouse. AJ Allmendinger suited up. Going to Johnny. Yeah, I thought Richmond was really good. Terrible camera work. Yeah, I thought there were some issues, Kale, myself. Where when things happen, you're like, well, what happened? What are we... I know the first caution they threw, it was a while before they could find what it was for. 16 of 25 with the Mojo Sheldon Creed. Short print. That's going to go to JJ. That's nice. Yeah, I would agree. Richmond's race last night was probably one of the best we've had in recent memory, for sure. Unleashed SVG. $2 of 99, purple Austin Hill. Going to Tony Jordan. Yeah, that's the thing, is it needs to be a racer's race. That's the issue with short tracks. Is short tracks need to come down to the racer, not and they were able to pass. There was plenty of passing. So but you don't want it to be a fuel game. You don't want the tires so good that they can go these super long pit cycles, because that's boring. Yeah. I think for most of the race, at least through the first half of the race, I think you could have probably made an argument that there was about 8 or 10 guys that had a legitimate shot at winning the race at that point. So it wasn't a stinker of a race. Not that that's always a bad thing. Sometimes guys are just really good, but... And I think it made it more exciting to see Austin Dillon up there, the 3-car. He got his redemption, got himself in the playoffs. I don't know if they mentioned it last night after the race or not, because we kind of got into the break pretty quick, and I stopped watching. Like, as soon as they did Ty Dillon's interview on the front stretch, I stopped watching. So I don't know if they even mentioned it, but I guess William Byron secured the regular season championship. Red and blue, Carson Kvapil, which is something I thought they were trying to avoid, with guys with the regular season champion, or with the traditional championship. They didn't want people winning it before, ahead of time, basically. Christian Eckes, coming attractions, if that makes sense. So, anyway, like I said, I don't even know if they mentioned it, but to me, the regular season champion is almost irrelevant. 154 of 299, red, Joey Logano goes to Troy. Like, I don't remember who won the regular season championships, but I remember who won the overall championships. Spellbound Petty, letter T. And then it brings in another question for me is, what if Denny Hamlin became a regular season champion? What's that? That's like almost, but not really. I don't know. Matt Kenseth, 15 of 99, going to Andy with the green Velocity optic. I'm not trying to poo-poo on people's accomplishments. I'm just saying I don't think NASCAR and the media hype it up at all. I just don't think the regular season means anything. Suited up Thad Moffitt will go to the unlisted spot, and Micah. Host of our season highlights. Red and blue, Sammy Smith. Harrison Burton. Unleashed Bubba. Feels like no more than a pat on the... Exactly. It just doesn't feel special at all to me. And again, I'm not knocking the drivers. Please don't take it as me picking on the drivers. They busted their tail to do that. It just doesn't feel like it promoted as anything special, really. They just sort of talk about it in happenstance. Well, William Byron's our regular season champion. Cole Custer, red and blue. And Cole Custer, red Velocity optic. Custer went through the filler and goes to Will Black. 36 out of 199. Reddick season highlights. Sanchez, red and blue. And we got Chris Buescher with the dialed-in autograph. I was wondering if we were going to find an auto or not. I was like, dang, did they short us in one for another? Going to David. I do like these dialed-in cards a lot. They're sharp. Yeah, agreed, Scott. If you can win both in the same year, then people will remember it because they'll be like, oh, yeah, he dominated. He kicked everybody's tail. But if you're the regular season champion and then you either don't even make it to the Final Four or don't win the championship, then it just feels kind of, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, I guess, how I feel about it. Red and blue, Justin Haley. Zilich, Spellbound. Austin Beers. Larson's the only one to win both? Is that true? I guess I didn't know that. Empty box. Huh. Yeah, I did not know that. In the same year, yeah, Larson's the only one to do that. Yeah, Todd, the NASCAR game, from everything I've seen or heard, looks like it's going to be pretty cool. I think we still got a couple months till it comes out. I don't think it comes out till late October. Yeah, for sure, Micah. I talked about that the other night. You might not have been around, but yeah, for sure. Well, I'll have to, once we see how the gameplay works, and if there's a, if there's a league or whatever you can start, I'll be glad to facilitate something and we can all try to race together. I'm not very good at video games, but I enjoy it, so that's one thing you guys can enjoy doing is kicking my tail. At least you know you won't be last, because I probably will be most of the time. But that's all right. I like doing it. Red and blue, Zane Smith. Optic Hollow, Anthony Alfredo. I was just thinking about, so this week is Daytona. Unleashed Bubba. And then we got the playoffs. So this week, we'll probably wait till next week. Probably next Monday. I'm trying to think. At some point soon, I don't know when for sure, but at some point soon, I'll have to make a post for the playoff contest. 156-01-99 blue. Carl Edwards. Going to Chris Bonnet. We'll do the playoff contest just like we did for the mid-season. And we've done this the last 2 years with the playoffs too. So everybody that's been around. 23-49, Race Kings, Kyle Busch, Explosion. Going to Sean Gallagher. Do you do a big NASCAR fantasy league? Yes, Johnny. We have every year we've had a fantasy NASCAR league. I think we've got, I wouldn't say big. I think we've got about 25 or 28 people playing this year. It's varied from year to year how many. I think we're down a little bit from last year, to be honest. A lot of Christian Rose there. Ryan Blaney, 9 out of 99. Suited up. So, yeah, if you're into fantasy racing, you can definitely join next year. There's no limit to how many people can participate in that. Blaney goes to Robert Rich. Spellbound T. Dale Jr. But yeah, we'll get the playoff contest going. Oh, here we go. This is nice. SVG, 15-25. Mojo. That's going to go to Micah. Micah's having a pretty solid start to the break for sure. Our second Mojo. Yeah, sounds good, Johnny. Yeah, we have fun with it. David Starr Hollow Optic. Pretty much all the contests and games, fantasy games, contests, pretty much everything that we do, it's always winner gets boxes, personal boxes of something. Red and blue, Sam Mayer. So it's never a cash game. Yeah, Scott. Yeah. We'll do the playoff thing. I was just thinking about when I need to post it, so I'll figure that out. Race Kings, Jeff Gordon. Joey Logano, red and blue. Red Velocity Optic, Alan Kulwicki. Goes to Michael John Pierce. Again, I'll mention if you're somebody that's interested in fantasy football, you'll have to let me know. 120 or 199 on the Kulwicki. I think I've got our draft set up for next Monday, a week from tomorrow. Chase L. The last several years traditionally we've had one league with 12 people in it. I mentioned to several folks that if we had enough people that wanted to do a second one, we could split it off and do, 2 leagues of 8 or 2 leagues of 10. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough interest for it. It may still just be one league at this point, so we'll see what happens. 9 of 25, Signature Series, Blue Explosion, Ernie Irvin. But if you're wondering about the info on fantasy football, just go to the break group page and click on Featured, and it's posted there with all the info. Ernie Irvin goes to Micah in the unlisted spot. Micah's having a pretty good go of it with that unlisted spot. Unleashed Denny. Red and blue, Harrison Burton. Joey Logano, season highlights. Caden Honeycutt, optic rated rookie. And with fantasy football, we do the first year was like a championship belt. I think the last couple years that we've done championship rings for the winner. I don't know what the winner will get this year on top of their bounty of boxes, but there's always some kind of trophy thing, and I like it to be different than just a regular trophy. I like to, like the rings are cool because it's something small you can put on a bookshelf or a desk. The championship belt was cool. The belt was super expensive, though. That's part of why I got away from the belt, was because it ate into a lot of how much it cost, and I didn't want to put that much into a championship belt. So the rings made more sense. So we'll see. We'll see what we've come up with this year. Got lots of time for that. But if you're somebody that's interested in fantasy football, money's due by Friday. $297 to $299, red, Eric Jones. Goes to Anthony Hawley. So money for that is due Friday. Matty D. Spellbound, Richard Petty. Red and blue, Jesse Love. Hollow optic, Kevin Harvick. Unleashed, Richard Petty. We'll get busy here towards the end of the year for sure, because we got fantasy football gearing up. We got fantasy racing kind of gearing down. We've got the playoff contest that'll be running. We've got our 5th anniversary break in October. We usually do a bigger mixer break for the championship if the timing works out. But usually there's a bigger break involved with that weekend. And then crazy to think about, but before you know it, we'll be talking about Secret Santa again. So Mac Jones jersey. Oh no, William Sawalich. Sawalich again. Hollow Optic DW. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with Secret Santa, when you heard me say that, just stay tuned. It's worth doing, in my opinion. It's a lot of fun. We've been doing that for several years now as well, and it just continues to get bigger and bigger every year. 126 of 199, Josh Williams, blue. Josh Williams goes through the filler to Will Black. Yeah, that works out. Spellbound Zillich. You can get a Buckeye jersey of Trey. Red and blue, Alan Kowicki. Purple Velocity, SVG, going to Micah. SVG showing up tonight. 9 of 59. We're just about done with Donruss. Cindric suited up. Cindric will go to Will Black. Spellbound letter S for Kyle Larson. Red and blue, David Starr. Jamie McMurray and Ross Chastain, Race Kings. So that ends Donruss for us. We'll get ready to jump into some Prism. I did want to mention to everybody, and when I say this, 95% of people are going to already know what I'm talking about. This is mostly for newer group members. As it relates to shipping for the break group, the way we do shipping is it'll always say on the break post if shipping's included or not, or what shipping is included for. Every post, it always says that on the post. If shipping is not included in a break, or you get a card in a break and shipping wasn't included for your particular card, meaning sometimes I'll put, like for Donruss, it'll say shipping's included for autos and relics. Say you get a numbered card to $199 and a numbered card to $49, and no auto, no relic. I hold those cards for you until you either hit something in a break that does include shipping, or about once a month I make a shipping post that just tells everybody, hey, here's how much it would cost if you'd like to have your stuff shipped. But we do that to try to keep the cost of the breaks down, so that everybody's not paying for shipping every break. That's the main reason why we do it that way. And it just seems to work out really well. It's a little, I know it's a little strange for folks that aren't used to it, especially when you've been in other breaks and other groups and such. But we've been doing it that way for a couple of years now, actually, and it's been working out really, really well. So just wanted to touch on that because I've had several people recently that are a little bit newer and maybe didn't know what the situation was for shipping, and so I just wanted to kind of explain it verbally. Sometimes text doesn't make things as clear as we'd like it to be. Yeah, that would be great, Scott. Me too. I got a whole bunch of people that are I get messages daily asking, is the PSA order ready yet? Is the PSA order ready yet? And you know, it's not, it doesn't bother me, other than I would, of course, tell everybody if it was. Alex Bowman, Red Pulsar, going to James, 148 out of 199. There's a local person. I'm not going to say any more than that, but there's a local person here that's not part of our group, but that submits cards. And I guess, you know, it was like every day he was asking for a while, where's the card? Where's the card? And finally I was like, man, as soon as I know, you'll know. You know, like, National Pride BK, Blue Ice J-Mac. Yeah, it is. It's completely out of our hands. Green Justin Haley. But you're right, Scott. We could really easily have two submissions come back this week. Austin Hill, Blue Ice. And as I told you guys, I think I explained, I purchased a decent size PSA lot from a friend in Florida that is not a NASCAR person. He owns a shop down there. And I guess he took in a large PSA NASCAR lot. And he messaged me right away and said, hey, you interested in these? Here's what I can do. 132 or 199 for Davey. Going to Michael Pierce. And so we made a deal. And so I've got, I think it's 29 or 30 slabs coming, PSA slabs from him. And they should be here, I think, tomorrow. If they come tomorrow, I'll probably do a video tomorrow night with those. And we'll go through them together. Blue Ice Ty Gibbs for Billy Joe. And I'll tell you guys ahead of time with the PSA order that I bought, not the order, but the PSA lot that I purchased. I think there's like 5 or 6 cards in there that I wanted to keep. The rest I really bought to pass on and sell. So if you see something that you're interested in, by all means, you can let me know. But obviously, I won't have everything priced. So you just have to kind of know that as I'm going through opening them tomorrow night, I won't be prepared to just sell them on the fly. That's not. I just won't be capable of probably doing that necessarily. Unless I really plan ahead, which I guess isn't out of the question. I might be able to talk myself into figuring out how to do it. I gotta check one thing. I think I put the wrong, yeah. There we go. I was saving these code cards from Prism just like I did from Donruss. And there's no reason to save the ones from Prism. Those are done previous year. So Chase Terry Labonte, Bobby Allison with a green Pulsar. 4 out of 25 short print. Going to Micah. Another nice one. Hollow silver, Harrison Burton. Victory Lane Reddick. Blue Ice, Casey Kane. We got green Cindric. Carson Quapple, Blue Ice. Red Pulsar, Victory Lane, Matt Kenseth. This will go to Andy Heisey. We were talking about PSA as well. Don't forget, if you got stuff you want to send in, get those sent in by the end of the month. $139 or $199. Matt Kenseth. I think I've only got 4 cards for this submission. So, group submission, we got to have at least 20. And obviously I'll put some in, but I wasn't intending on sending like 16 of my own. So, if we don't have at least a few more, then we may delay sending it a little bit longer. We'll see what happens. Usually that last week or so of the month is when most people get their stuff sent in, so it's not unusual. Groovy Mark Martin. And Blue Ice Thad Moffitt. Green, Bill Elliott. And Darryl Waltrip, Blue Ice. If you're not familiar, usually December, what we've been doing is around December, we usually take about an extra month off from PSA submissions. Really stretch those out. Actually, what we kind of do is in 3 months we do 2 submissions and we make them 45 days apart. We try to stretch it out so that, you know, with people at Christmas time, you're not trying to spend as much on card stuff because everybody's spending on other things. We just try to be mindful of all that. Back in there. Packs just want to open all wonky. Turn them around this way. Make a little more sense. Victory Lane, Greg Biffle. Kevin Harvick, Green Ice. We got a green Ryan Newman. Taylor Gray, green ice. Victory Lane, Tyler Reddick, blue Pulsar. That's going to go to Nate. $68 out of $75 on this one. There's another dead code card. Silver Bobby Labonte. I did get a schedule posted for next week already. The one thing I wanted to kind of point out is I did get 4 mega boxes of Donruss. We have not opened any mega boxes yet in a break. I do have 4 of those, and we will open those in Thursday night's break in a mixer. I don't know what else will be part of that yet. I haven't decided. But those 4 mega boxes on Thursday night will be part of it for sure. Green Ice, Lane Riggs. So if you're one of the Rainbow set builders, Thursday might be one that you want to key in on. Green SVG. And Green Ice, Corey LaJoy. Let me grab another pack of penny sleeves. And Saturday we'll do National Treasures again. Since we got another night race Saturday, and I kind of like doing NT on Saturday night races because it's a quick break. You know, it doesn't take us way into the late hours. So we'll just run it back. Red Pulsar Ryan Newman for the house, actually. 159 of 199. And silver Corey Heim. No hits out of the blasters yet, unfortunately. Got one more to go. What are you kids doing in there? You're all situated every which way. All right, empty box. All right. Get rid of all that. Trash everywhere down here. Oh, shoot. Let me just turn the whole stack again, since I opened them all upside down. Victory Lane Biffle. Daniel Dye Green Ice. And you got Alex Bowman. Jesse Love. Another green ice. I thought I had them all turned the right way. Clearly I was wrong. Blue Pulsar Groovy, Jimmy Johnson. That's going to go to Micah. 49 out of 75. Groovy, baby, groovy. That's the silver DJ. I know I talked about shipping earlier, but I will give you guys a reminder too. If you were in the break that we did on Thursday night, when we did Donruss, or if you were in the break on Saturday, if you had an auto or relic Thursday night, or if you hit anything Saturday night in that National Treasures break, you have shipping coming to you. This green Raja has something on it. Or missing. Maybe it got scuffed. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know that it's something on it as much as maybe something missing. Foil missing. Raja goes to William Heron. So yeah, I don't know what you'd do with that. Green Ice, Clint Boyer. But anyway, as far as shipping, if you had a card in the National Treasures break, hey, there we go, an auto, Dave Blaney, the Buckeye Bullet. Green Sensational Signatures, that's cool. I like that. Going to Micah. But anyways, I held those from Thursday and Saturday. And so if you had shipping coming, then whatever you have in tonight's break, I'll add to that and ship together. 196 of 199, Jake Garcia, Red Pulsar, goes to Micah. And Silver Hocevar. And those will all ship tomorrow. I should have no trouble getting those all out tomorrow. All right, on to National Treasures. 24 NT. We put our two 101s on the stand out of the very first box of Donruss, and they've been there ever since. We're looking for something to dethrone Kyle Weatherman and Sammy Smith. All right, White Sparkle. Got JW, Josh Williams. Going through the filler to Will Black. Harrison Burton. We'll go to Shamala Owens. I'm not sure if that was Dan on his wife's phone or if that is Dan's wife trying to do something nice for Dan. But I wasn't going to change the name without being told to, so I left it that way. Cindric goes to Will Black. All right. I'll tell you, they put enough stickers on these. I wonder if the stickers are missing if you're supposed to like stop and notify Panini, or it doesn't say anything about that. I don't think, anyway. I guess I haven't read it closely. All right. 6 out of 49 rides. Noah Gragson going to Scott. And we got 14 of 25 rookie hollow gold Connor Mozak going to Andrew Ritchie. That's pretty nice, Andrew. Pretty nice, pretty nice. 1 of 25 Kaz Grala hollow gold sheet metal, 2-color sheet metal. That goes to Larry. A lot of short prints. 19 of 25 hollow gold Justin Allgaier. Everything so far has been out of 25 except that first base card. Allgaier going to David Madsen. We'll keep it going. 22 of 25 hollow gold Brad Keselowski short print sheet metal going to Shamala. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and if I'm not, I'm sorry. It might have been Dan just trying to change up his luck, so to speak. Who knows? 99 and 99 fire suit Davey Allison. Now that's really cool. Going to Michael John Pierce. Race used fire suit of Davey Allison is very cool. Like this one. 39 of 49. Lasting Legacies, Clint Boyer. That's cool. Clint goes to Micah. Then we got Austin Hill, Colossal Material Signatures, 45 of 99. Hang on. I knew it was happening that time. It was one of those like, oh, there's no doubt you're going to sneeze. All right. 45 of 99. Again, Austin Hill going to Tony. And we got Colossal 11 out of 25. Chris Buescher. Going to David Brinkman. And last, definitely not least, 29 of 99. Treasures of the Hall, Richard Petty. Patch auto for Richard Petty going to Glenn. It's pretty cool that his loop for his R basically went around the serial number. Nice one for Glenn. Mr. No doubt, David. I still like Buescher, though. I think he's a good driver to root for, good dude. Never know. The Fords are tough at Daytona. He could punch his ticket. Fords have been notoriously tough at Daytona. They usually have speed. Now, that doesn't always translate to wins, I'm just saying. As far as speed and qualifying and stuff like that, Fords are usually where it's at. Fords and Hendrick. All right, last box, 23 Prism. Fractal C. Bell. Got a silver Chandler Smith. And a silver pot of gold Tyler Reddick. KB wins Daytona. It literally could be anybody. We've seen it time and time again. Oh, we got some gold inbound. Coming in hot. Here we go. Kaleidoscopic Harvick. How about Chris Buescher on the gold? How you like me now? That's what Chris Buescher says to you, David. He goes, how you like me now? 8 out of 10. At least he's consistent in the breaks. It's only the second magged card. Of the night. Or not second, third magged card of the night. Blue Prism Haley Deegan. Going to John Boyles. I sure hope not, Mike. 270 of 499. I don't ever want to see the big one again if I don't have to. That's extremely dangerous. Jack Wood, red and blue hyper. $96 of $2.99. Pot of gold, Jeff Gordon. Widescreen, Ryan Blaney. And silver, Parker Chase. I feel like this year's 23 Prism, their inserts for that year were just sort of Like, I feel like they could have done more with those. I don't know what, but... Oh, yeah, there's going to be a mess, for sure. I'm just saying, I don't like to see it. It's not what I look forward to, ever. Mike Helton, Going to the unlisted spot, and Micah with the 75th anniversary personalities. Silver Harrison Burton. Red and blue Joey Logano. Going to Troy. 23 of 299. Close to a door. It does look like Select is going to be released on time, by the way. We haven't talked a lot about it because we've been so kind of heavy into Donruss, but it looks like Select first off the line comes out Wednesday for their Dutch auction. Jade Buford autograph. If I can remember and have the time, I will try to snag some first off the line if it gets to a fair price. Jade Buford goes to unlisted, but certainly not going to spend. I think they got it starting at $300, which is crazy. So they'll have to drop it at least $120 before probably anybody starts buying it. Red Prism Daniel Dye. I thought that was numbered. Daniel Dye will go to Paul Wolf. National Pride Stenhouse. Blue Ryan Newman. Yeah, it's supposed to be, $378 of $499. You know, with the checklist, it's tough, Todd. You know what I mean? Like, the checklist being good is really, you know, it's going to be very similar to what Donruss is, I'm sure, as far as the drivers that are included. You know what I mean? Like, so 2 out of 75. How about a door number? Silver Disco Austin Cindric. That's going to go to Will Black on the door number. How many hits? It'll be just like 2024. 3 hits. Just like 24 was. No change to the configuration on Select. The configuration is exactly the same as it was. Fractal Chase Elliott. Logano Kaleidoscopic. Silver Daniel Hemrick. Brandon Jones in his current car. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, it would be nice it'd be nice if that's the big thing. That would be a big draw for a lot of people, is if they're in their correct cars, for sure. I think we got an IOU, so we'll put that down for a second. We got the lime green Joey Logano. Going to Troy. 223 of 249. Red and blue Hyper Jeff Burton. We'll go to Dale. Dale Waters. I should specify because we got a couple different Dales in the break. 8 out of 2. Yeah, 8 out of 299. Had to double check. Redemption. Oh, this got a lot going on. Patented penmanship, Hyper, red and blue, Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs redemption for Billy Joe. Expiration is 8/28/25. So, Billy Joe, if you're watching or when you get to this, I'm going to wait till I hear from you. My advice, if you're comfortable with it, my advice would be to have me scratch this and send you the code so that you can get that submitted right away. Because I'd hate for it to get stuck in the mail and not make it to you before 8/28 for some, just silly reason. So just let me know. As long as you're comfortable with me scratching it and sending you the code, I'll do it. And that way you can go ahead and get it submitted before that date. You got about, 11 days after today. So you would think you'd have enough time, but like I said, silly things have happened with the mail at times. I'd hate for it to get stuck somewhere. Orange, Jeb Burton. I have to double check because I can't remember which parallels were numbered and not numbered. One thing I did like that they made a big change with for 24 Prism was basically all the colors are numbered. And the silvers were a tougher pull as well. Prismatic Raja, John Hunter. USP, yeah, exactly. Leaving that into the hands of USPS. So, Orange, Chase Elliott. That way it's not 2 years before you get... Well, it won't have any bearing on how quickly he gets it. But if we don't get it in before it's expired, then I don't know what options he'll have at that point. I'd rather him not miss out, Silver Prism Casey Kane autograph. That's going to go to Andrew Ritchie. Red Daniel Suarez. That one's not numbered either. Like I said, I forgot how many colored cards there were that were not numbered. We should have one more auto, I think, in this pack. Because we had Busher, Buford, Kane. We should have one more coming. Unless we're just not getting it. National Pride, Bubba. And no auto. Oh, no, Redemption, my bad. What am I? I looked right over the Redemption. I'm like, there's no way. I mean, there is a way, but. Jackpot, Jimmy Johnson, going to Micah. Blue, Richard Petty. Going to Glenn. 260 of 499. And Purple Velocity, Daniel Dye for Paul Wolf. To finish things off for this mixer. 63 out of 199 on the Daniel Dye. So, that'll do it. Let me get you guys a recap here quickly. Appreciate everybody that participated. Like I said, the schedule is posted. Next break is Tuesday night with Select. We haven't done a standalone Select break in a little bit. And with the new Select coming out, it's a perfect time to go ahead and do that. So Tuesday night, 7:30, 4-box Select break. And like I said, the schedule is posted, so check that out. Here we go on our recap. We had Silver Disco Austin Cindric. This was a door number. 2 of 75. Short prints. Connor Mozak, the 25. Rookie Hollow Gold base from NT. Davey Allison, green Pulsar to 25. Mojo SVG 15 of 25. And Sheldon Creed Mojo 16 out of 25. Our relics, Davey Allison 99 of 99. BK Sheet Metal to 25. Justin Allgaier Tire to 25. Kaz Gralla Sheet Metal to 25. Austin Cindric Suited Up. Ryan Blaney out of 99 Suited Up. Thad Moffitt. AJ Allmendinger. And Justin Allgaier Pedal to the Metal. Did I say Bobby? Bobby, not Davey. It was Davy's card. I don't know. Casey Kane on the auto. Jade Buford. Treasures of the Hall out of 99. Richard Petty with the patch autograph. Chris Buescher had a really good break. 11 of 25. Colossal patch auto. Austin Hill, 45 of 99. Clint Boyer, numbered to 49, Lasting Legacies. Green Prism, Sensational Signatures, Dave Blaney. Signature Series to 25, Ernie Irvin. Chris Buescher, Dialed In. And Noah Gragson with the Optic Silver Auto. We had a Gold Prism auto of Chris Buescher out of 10. 3 different autographs for Buescher tonight. Quite a break for Buescher. And then we had 2 101s out of the first box of Donruss. Platinum Blue 101, Sammy Smith, Pedal to the Metal. And Turn of the Century, Platinum Blue 101, Kyle Weatherman with the auto. So congrats to everybody who received hits or cards or anything. And my apologies if you did skunk. It's never my intention to do that, but sometimes it happens. So again, like I said, schedule's posted. Be sure to check that out. And we'll be back at it on Tuesday with Select. Keep your eyes out, though. Tomorrow, if that package arrives from Florida tomorrow, which it should, then I'll have a box to open up with you guys, and we'll see some PSA slabs and chit-chat a little bit about those. So until then, we'll see you all next time.